Credit cards are great for purchasing online and paying for things pretty much anywhere. They give you rewards and they also help you build your credit score. And this is why they are one of the most powerful financial tools you can have in your pocket, but only if you know how to pay your balance correctly every month. In this video, I'll show you how my app, Neko Money, helps you organize your credit cards and create a payment schedule that makes sure you'll never pay interest, but also that you don't pay more than what you need. Neko is a personal finances app that allows you to organize your income, your spending, your accounts, and your credit cards. And you can see also your upcoming bills, your upcoming income. It has this amazing calendar that displays all the dates where you have a transaction scheduled, and it also shows you your balance and your cash flow if you want to see that day by day, even in the future. You have deposit accounts, so you can have your cash, checking, savings account. The app just tracks your balance as you register your transactions. It's really convenient, and it also gives you this credit cards feature where you can add all your credit cards from all your different banks, and it will help you organize them. There are three things that you need to keep track of that determine how much and when you need to pay. The first one is your payment due date. You need to pay your credit card before this date if you want to avoid late fees and interest charges. The second one is your closing date. Your closing date is the last day of your billing cycle, and this is what will help you determine how much you actually need to pay to your credit card and what is the interest saving balance. And the last one is your credit limit, which is the most important one to take a look at in case you want to build your credit score and you want to maintain it below 30%. Let's add a new credit card. Let's say I just got a MasterCard, and I can add the last four digits to help me identify it. Let's say I have $10,000 of credit limit, and let's say my interest rate is 25%, and then closing date is February 3rd, and let's say my payment due date is the 20th. All right, and now we can see the MasterCard is showing up here. Right now it has a zero balance, but let's add a expense. So let's say we go to Starbucks and buy a coffee, and we will select our MasterCard as a payment method, and let's categorize it as restaurants. All right, so once I register this transaction, you can see my balance on the MasterCard. Now it says $10. So it automatically updates and you know how much you owe for this card. So let's go into the details of the card. So we can see at the top, you can see the balance that you have. You see your available credit. You can see when is the next closing date and when is your next due date. From here you can add different transactions. We'll see that in a minute. But what I want to show you right now is the payments section. So you have to know when you need to pay and also how much you need to pay. And this is based on your spending of your cycle. So this app will help you calculating that and creating scheduling those payments for you. So you don't have to be doing it, month by month. So you have two ways to generate payments. You can do it manually, but you can decide the app to do it for you with this automatic mode. And what we want to do is we want to select what is the account that we usually use for paying our card. In my case is a checking account. Then there is this amount. So you have two options. One is go by your statement balance, which is, I think, what's recommended. Just pay your card every month. Everything you spend, you have to pay it, so you don't have to pay interest. or you have this fixed amount. So if you're not able, let's say you have some debt in your credit card, but you're not able to pay fully your card, you can decide to set a fixed amount, and the app will just schedule those payments with this amount. But let's keep it as a statement balance, and then the schedule, as we set the card to be the payment due date of the card to be the 20th. This is, you can actually decide if you want to do it earlier. You can actually do that, and we want to enable the payment reminders, of course. So let's apply this, and what this will do is it will generate the payments automatically for us in the app. So if I go back, now I have this payment to MasterCard scheduled for February the 20th. So what happened here? The purchase that we did today, which is January 16th, will register until our next closing date, which is February 3rd. So that's the date when the bank is going to register that purchase, and then it's going to ask us to pay them. And after that closing date, they'll give us, then that's when the payment due date comes in, which is the 20th for us. And that is the date where you have to pay the bank. In this case, right now we only had a balance of $10. So that is why the app just generated this one balance. And once we pay that $10, you can see the number below 10, that's your balance after this transaction, and it will be zero, right? It will be debt free in this case. You can tap on it and you can see the details. And once you make that payment to your bank, you can slide and mark it as paid, and this will update your balance to zero again. Now let's say we have a recurring payment we always make with our credit card. So let's add a bill. Go to bill, add bill. Let's say I pay my Netflix using my credit card every month. So let's add the Netflix bill, and I will pick my MasterCard, and then category, I can set it to subscriptions. You can customize your categories as you have unlimited categories. You can customize in whatever you want. And let's say my due date for Netflix is on the 10th. All right, and then let's say we already paid. So let's start the next month, and then we want to make it a recurring bill, which is monthly. You can make weekly, bi-weekly. You have multiple options. Most of the bills will be monthly, but you have other options to choose from. And we want a payment reminder for this. I'm gonna save it, and let's go to February 10, and here is the Netflix bill. And so every month on the 10th, we will get this Netflix. Whenever you add an expense or add a bill or any transaction where you are using your credit card for paying, the app will automatically update your payment schedule, and it will generate all the payments that you need to make in order to avoid any interest and to pay on time. And let me show you in this case. Let's go back to the payment schedule. And now, as you can see, we have a bunch of new payments that are scheduled. So the first one is the $10 that we have from the Starbucks that we have to pay on February 20th. But on February 10, we have our next Netflix bill, which is going to register until our next closing day, which is March 3rd. And then our next payment for that Netflix charge will be on the 20th of the month, which is March 20th. And this is what you see here in this March 20th, the $20, and this is going through to our revolving balance. That only means that is your just regular credit that you have on your credit card. Next, let's talk about when you make a purchase with your credit card with installments. The app also handles this, and installments are a little bit different from a regular purchase because they affect your available credit, but you don't have to pay them right away. So let me show you. I will add, let's go to installment here. So let's say I am buying a 60-inch TV for watching my Netflix subscription. And I will categorize it on entertainment. Just to keep it simple, I will keep it as you can add how many installments, so basically how many months you will be paying this. And so in this case, I'll just leave it at 12 months, $100 every month. That's good. The purchase date, let's say I bought it before my last closing date, let's say on January 1st. I add it here. You also have the option, those promotions that tell you can buy now and pay later. You can start paying, I don't know, next year. So you can also enable this, and it'll help you to handle that scenario. But let's just keep it simple. So I will add it. Now, as you can see, the balance in my credit card is now $1,210, and my available balance is immediately impacted. So I have available $8,790. If I scroll down here, now you can see my credit usage went up to 12%, which is still a good credit utilization percentage. And I can see my 60-inch TV purchase here on January 1st. And as you can see now that I added this purchase, I have this payment that the app generated for me, and I know I have to pay $100. If you open it, we can see that this is not revolving balance. So it's not regular balance or regular credit. This is installment. And I can see now that this is the first one of 12 installments that I have to pay. And also you can see the installments section is showing my installment plan. So if I tap here, you can see the app already scheduled all the 12 payments that I have to make to be able to pay off my debt. And if I go ahead and just, let's say I paid my credit card, and I can come here into the app and say, okay, yes, I marked this as paid. You can see now that my balance get updated, and I get this check mark saying, hey, you're good. You just paid this cycle, this period. You should be good, right? And this is very useful when you're organizing your credit cards, because this is when I come in and check every day and see, all right, how am I doing with my credit cards, right? So I can see MasterCard says I already paid, so I'm good. I don't have to worry about it until the next pay date. And for American Express, I still have a payment due on January 20th. So I want to make sure I get this warning so I don't forget to pay that credit card. All right, so let's take a look at another thing I wanted to show you. Let's take a look again at the payment schedule. So the payment schedule changed a little bit once we added this installment payment, because now it's including my TV that I purchased plus my Netflix subscription. So every month I will be paying, starting on March, we'll be paying $120, which if I open it, will be the $20 from my Netflix subscription and $100 from my installment plan for the TV. And this will continue until I pay off that TV, which is December. We just started in January 12th. In a month, I'll pay it off, and then in January 2026, I'll only have that Netflix $20 to pay. This is a very easy way to make sure you're paying off your credit card every month and that you keep a good credit score. Now, finally, I would like to show you in the insights. Neko also gives you this insights. I'll go and just focus on the credit cards. You can see you have this credit usage chart that tells you what is your overall credit. And you can see, my American Express is already at 32%. It shows yellow, which is not ideal. So I want to get it below 30% at least. And my MasterCard is still good, 11%. It gives you a summary of what are your top transactions for the month. You have a really great glance at, like, if you have multiple credit cards and you have and you have installments on them, this is a good overview of what is your total monthly payment of just for installments. And also you can see what is your as you categorize your spending with your credit cards, you can see how much you spend every month by categories, which is really helpful to make sure you stay on budget and don't overspend. Hey, if you want to check out Neko for organizing your bills, your spending, and your credit cards, just click in the link in the description below, and see you next time. Thank you.